Hi, I'm looking for a job, and I decided to see what kind of screening tests and job applications there were online and how they pertain to real employment situations. And a little bit of an educational experience for those people who don't know about this, a little bit more old-fashioned and used to get jobs the old-fashioned way. You earned it. Now, these are from genuine website. They're real, untouched screenshots, except for I did close-ups in order so you get a better look at what the text says. Now this one here says review your answers. The reason being is that I went through the test later on to do the captures. Alright, here's the first questions. I've never broken any law. People who occasionally shoplift on impulse are not really dishonest. I like watching television. At times I get edgy. My life has turned out fine. I don't like to watch TV shows that make you think about complicated subjects. There are times when I think that I work too hard. I enjoy music. I like reading better than sports. When someone doesn't do things my way, I find it hard to be nice to them. Now, some of these questions don't apply to work at all. It's really, frankly, none of their business. They shouldn't be asking these at all. I mean, this is for an auto parts business. What is watching television? What does your life turn out to be fine? What does music have to do with it? What does reading and sports have to do with anything? You know? It doesn't have to do with anything. Alright, next questions. Page 2. I never lose my temper. If you work hard and do your job, things usually work out for the best. I always need to know that I can get away from things if the pressure starts to build up. I enjoy going out to bars after work. What does that have to do with anything? I go to parties whenever I feel like it. Also, personal life has nothing to do with work. My social life is better if I go to bars. Again, has nothing to do with work. Going to the movies is more fun than watching TV. Totally irrelevant to work. Totally personal. Reading a newspaper is a waste of time. That's an opinion and also has nothing to do with work. I have a better sense of humor than most people I know. Again, it's irrelevant. Obviously, the person who made this instruction has no sense of humor, or either that they're laughing about the whole thing. I have a thick skin, and I'm not as sensitive as most people. Alright, next page. I like to do things that many people would call dangerous. All people are born with a dishonest streak. That's pretty biased. Fishing is a lot of fun. Totally irrelevant. You're not applying for a job on a fishing boat. You're not shrimping with Forrest Gump. I don't like to take chances. I like to visit new places. I don't like being alone. Totally personal. Nothing to do with anyone. I always keep up with what is going on in the world. Who can keep up with anything nowadays? The best way to handle nasty people is to be quiet and ignore them. I don't know. Reading helps me to relax. Totally personal. It is easy for me to talk with strangers. Well, you know, stranger danger. You're not supposed to talk to strangers. How many of these are really related to this job so far? Maybe 3 questions. Let's wait for the next page. Alright, next page. Hard work is good for you. Well, you gotta work smarter than not harder. Sometimes, you know, you gotta use the machine to lift something when you can't lift it yourself. I speak out against people who bother me. Apparently I'm speaking out against this. Most of the time I don't believe that things will turn out the way I want them to. The hell does that have to do with anything? If I think a situation will be stressful, I try to avoid it. Again, none of your business. My behavior doesn't change if I'm at a party. Apparently they don't drink, whoever wrote this. I like watching sports events. Irrelevant, unless you're a newscaster, sportscaster. I get more sleep after I've been out at a party. Irrelevant, sleep has nothing to do with it. I enjoy myself most when I'm with other people. Whatever. I like to daydream when I have nothing else to do. And the last question, people who complain a lot are the ones who get the most help. Alright, next page. Getting things done is much harder for me than it used to be. Smoking cigarettes is bad for your health. Totally personal and irrelevant to work, unless you work for Philip Morris. I often feel tired in the morning. Who doesn't feel tired in the morning? I'm not shy or self-conscious. Again, none of your business. I understand how someone could get into the habit of shoplifting without really meaning to. Well, that's pertinent. You don't want to steal from work. People don't realize how easy it is for employees to sell company secrets to the competition. I've worked at a lot of companies. They don't have any secrets. Listening to music is a good way to relax. If you're applying for a job as a musician, great. I can talk my way out of anything. If you're a salesperson, that'd be great. I like to spend my free time outdoors. Personal, irrelevant, unless you're like a Smokey the Bear. You can't succeed without self-confidence. Personal opinion, nothing to do with work. Next page. I am careful about what I eat. Personal, nothing to do with work. People who work at cash registers often give their friends a break on what they have to pay. And that applies to work. People don't appreciate me. Nothing to do with work. I have lied when I thought it was the best thing to do. Maybe it was to save my life at gunpoint. When I have some extra money, I put it in the bank. Who cares? Nobody has extra money nowadays. I am very happy with my home life. Completely personal, none of your business. I usually feel excited about life. None of your business. I learn best by doing, not by reading. Doesn't everyone? Most people will only do for other people what they want others to do for them. That's not true. It's the golden rule. Nobody follows it. I have a good time with people I meet in the bars. Totally personal. Next page. People on the street sometimes look at me in a nasty way. You been on the south side lately? Or Compton? Sometimes I get really wound up and excited over nothing. Whatever. Some of my friends think I'm nervous. Sometimes I turn down invitations to go to bars. I'm an easygoing person. Not much gets to me. Exercise makes me feel better. Personal, irrelevant. I'm a person who likes to stir up excitement. Irrelevant. I have noticed some recent changes in my body. Totally personal. I think this question is illegal as fuck. I don't enjoy using guns. Well, if you're a cop and you're trying to get a part-time job, you might enjoy using guns. I feel most secure when I stay put in one place. No idea what that's supposed to mean. Not a clue. I guess if you work as a toll booth operator, you're alright. Alright, next page. Most people really appreciate it when you do something that is for their own good. Most people are hard workers. I try to be fair to others. There is not much I do just for the fun of it. What? Sometimes my ideas about things change quickly for no apparent reason. Employees that steal from their employers are just common criminals. You know, a lot of employers are common criminals too. Things are going to work out fine for me. Nobody's business. People tell me that I'm too serious. Who cares what other people think? I behave just as well at home as when I'm out visiting. Home and visiting has nothing to do with work. Sometimes I just want to get away from everybody. What the hell? There's not that many Unabombers out there, guys. I don't know what the heck you're trying to avoid here with this test. Alright, and the last question on the last page. Question 81. I have answered all 81 statements. Is that retarded or what? It's computerized. It knows you answered all 81